Hello and welcome to another episode of Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago. Live Feed is brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher for your digital resources. Check out travelingtechteacher.com. Also brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, a 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying. So let them help you. All right, today's topic: confidence is calling, how to talk to the opposite sex. I am not in any way, shape, or form trying to say I'm an expert with the opposite sex, okay? That's not what I'm trying to go for here. It's just, I just got done watching an hour of videos with my son about these guys that call themselves the pickup artists. And in my opinion, it's really funny how we live in an age nowadays where people are saying, I'm an expert at this, I'm an expert at that, and they're really not experts. Sometimes when you're searching YouTube and you're looking for videos on how to fix your faucet or how to fix something in your home, you always sometimes, I always do, I come across one or two videos that the guy does not have any idea, or girl does not have any idea what they're doing. And so you have to go on to the next video, and then you find, this makes sense, this sounds and looks right. And then you're able to start fixing, following the video and fixing whatever it is that you're trying to fix. But so it's really funny that these guys should call themselves pickup artists, and in reality, they're not. They're really not. Before we get started, I want to remind you guys to follow us on Nonfiction Filmmaker. Okay, hit that subscribe button, smash the notification bell. That way, you're notified every time we put up a video. And also to remind you guys, the Traveling Tech Teacher wants to remind you that school's in session, so drive carefully, okay? It might not be in your area yet, but it's coming soon, so start practicing being careful and watching out for kids. A message brought to you by travelingtechteacher.com. So these guys, and I was going to put up a video, but I really did not want to put up any of the nonsense that these so-called pickup artists are doing. I just didn't. I'm sorry. I just didn't. It's stupid. It's stupid to put their stuff out there and make them feel like what they're doing is good work. Sorry, I'm gonna keep it real. It's just real horrible. But we saw videos where guys, they have the most horrible pickup lines. You could tell that they're trying to go from 0 to 100 miles in a short amount of time. And relationships, all types of relationships should have time to grow, right? It should be like flowers. You're taking your time making them grow, and not like meat where you're adding these additives and everything to make the relationship grow faster so you can get to where you want to get to. I'm going to tell you everything right now. Any person that's talking to you and they're seeming, and you're getting this feeling like they're trying to go from wherever to wherever, if it's someone that's trying to take your money or trying to use your fame to get to somewhere, or whether it's a guy trying to get you into bed. If you have that feeling, chances are you're right and you should bail out right away. That's the way I look at it. Don't get sucked into that and play the game of, well, maybe he's not or she's not trying to use me. He's trying to be nice, and this is just the way he acts. I mean, it's just horrible. You can tell some of these guys, because they're just meet girls, and and they're they're trying. You just can tell. I don't want to mention it because I don't want guys to think or girls to think, oh, I should try that because this is stupid stuff. But you don't meet a girl, talk to a girl or a guy, and try to go in for the kiss. I don't think girls do that. That's mostly a stupid thing guys do. But these guys are just meeting these girls, just talking to them, and trying to go for the kiss and trying to be overly touching, because that tells a girl that you're just trying too hard. That tells anybody, well, what are you after? And you're trying to get to where the end goal of this thing in too fast. Even if the guy's like, well, I want to get married with you, or the girl is, because I've had girls that acted this way. My end game is marriage with you, and I'm trying to get to that point as quick as possible. No, these kind of things take time, and you can't force them. And so, my first advice is that if you got a person that's trying so hard to get from point A to point B, and you're feeling that, your feelings are never wrong, you know, never wrong, and you should do what you can do to get out of that situation. Now, my son was saying, well, these girls should go up to a guy and say, "Oh, my boyfriend's here." I don't know. That's not a thing for me, but that's something my son said. If you're a woman and you've tried that, has it worked? We'd like to know. Leave your comments below in the comment section. But I don't think that's the right thing for me. Maybe find a bunch of girls that are hanging out and say, "Oh, my girlfriends are here," and kind of do that kind of situation. But I definitely would not do it like, "Oh, here's my boyfriend, bye." Um, I Space Wellbeing, thank you for joining the show. Smash that heart. Whether you're watching this live or recorded, show us some love. That's not the good thing to do. The other thing that when me and my son were talking was confidence. We talked about confidence, and to me, when you're out on a first date, okay, and I think that it's not very confident, male or woman, to second guess yourself in front of the other person that you're having this date with, okay? Because chances are you're making your first impression with them, and if your first impression is that you don't have a lot of confidence, chances are they're not going to want to go on another date. I know for me, if I go out on a date with a person and they don't seem very confident, they don't seem like they have their act together, where they want to be 5 years from now, 2 years from now, however, a year from now, then that's kind of a turn off for me. And I won't pursue that person anymore. That's just me. But so confidence. So, it's okay to say, am I wearing the right shirt? With your friends and your buddies, or to yourself, did I buy the right flowers? I guess I'm talking from a guy's point of view. Am I buying the right flowers? Am I wearing the right shirt? Am I wearing the right pants? Am I wearing the right shoes? Are my shoes clean? Is my shirt clean? Are my pants clean? That's okay to think about that beforehand. But it's not okay when you're going in to meet this person that you're going on a date with, is to lose your confidence and be thinking about that in the back of your head. I hope I got the right shirt. I hope I bought her the right flowers. Or maybe I should have bought her the red roses instead of the daisies. But you can't do that. You cannot do that, because then your mind is focused on that and not focused on getting to know her and things like that. And if she says, "Hi, my name is whatever, and I was born in New York City," and you come up and you say, "So where were you born?" That shows you're not paying attention, and that might turn off a person. I know it would definitely turn off me. And then, to me, when it comes to confidence, of all things. You cannot tell that person, did I buy you the right flowers? I mean, you can say, I hope you like the flowers I bought you. And then maybe she can say to you, yes, roses are my favorite. Or if you bought daisies, yes, daisies are my favorite. Or you can say, or they might say, daisies, I like daisies, but I prefer carnations. And then that way for the next time, and you keep that in your head. And then if there's another date, then you bring carnations to that date, and that tells her you're paying attention. But by all means, you do this through the life of the relationship. Just don't do it for the first couple of days, which is a problem most people have, and smart people pick up on it, and then the relationship is over. So don't do that. I know that I had a friend that his girlfriend told me that he only brings flowers when we get into a fight. He never brings flowers for my birthday. He never brings flowers for any other day, only when we fight. So you don't want to get into that, And the other thing I want to say, just for the environment, don't ever get flowers, okay? Buy plants. I think plants with flower, that bloom flowers is the better way to go according to the environment. We should not be buying flowers. I realize that now live, that I bought up flowers, and that's not the way to go. So I'm correcting. Instead of it still doesn't matter. The point is still there. Instead of flowers, you buy plants. Andrew Spore, thank you for joining the show. Smash that heart, whether you're watching this live or recorded. So just have confidence. I mean, it's really a shame, first of all, what women have to go to when it comes to picking up. And these idiot YouTubers that think that they're pickup artists are just really, they're showing you what not to do. If you want to know what not to do, you look up these pickup artists, and you look at it very carefully, write it all down, and then do the opposite. It's as simple as that. But confidence is the main thing, guys. Confidence is the main thing. I think both men and women would say that they want a person with confidence, and if they don't, then they're definitely going to use you. Because some people do pick up on the fact that some people might have some weaknesses, and then exploit that and use people. And you got to be smart enough to pick up on that. Like I told you this story in the past on another subject, where I had a girlfriend who was just first month of dating. She came up with some sob story that she couldn't pay her car payment, and if I could pay it for her. And it was like, no, it's it doesn't matter whether I have the money, and that has nothing to do with it. One thing that's how does the saying go? When you lend a friend money, you're bound to lose two things: your friend and your money. And that is so true. So don't, you have a friend that you go back 10 years, 20 years, they're down on their luck. Yeah, that's a friend you help out. But you meet someone brand new and they're asking you for a kiss, or they're asking to touch you in places that make you feel uncomfortable, or asking you to make a payment on their car, you have every right to say no, and they're going to call you cheap, and they're going to call you not a real friend. But you know what? You don't need friends like that. And that's what this channel is all about. Trying to show you guys to have, some self-esteem in yourselves, some confidence. It's important. It's important. I don't know how else to put it other than it's extremely important for us to have confidence in ourselves. And we're all built with that I don't know what to call it. That feeling that we have when we're being used, when we're being treated wrong. We all have that inside of us, and some of us ignore it, and then they think later on, you know what, I did feel kind of weird by that, and da, 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 and you know, hindsight, you're like, oh, now I know. You know, learn from that, and next time you feel like that, get out of the situation. It's as simple as that. It doesn't matter if you hurt their feelings. That I think is the number one problem with people when you're thinking that you're hurting people's feelings, and then while you're thinking that, you're the one that gets hurt. And you have to look out for yourself. You have to look out for yourself. Um, it's as simple as that. So, you know, so the key things to really take out of this, I think the most important thing I said before I go is that you have to, you can't, you know, you make a decision on what you're gonna wear on a date, what plant you're gonna bring instead of flowers, or any other decision that you're gonna, the place you're gonna eat. There's so many things that people get anxiety over on a first date. You never tell the person, uh, did I pick the right place? You can say, I hope this restaurant is what you like, but you never word it in the way of, I hope I picked the right place. Did I pick the right, or did I pick the right place? You never say that. You know, have confidence in yourself that you did right. I hope you like this restaurant. It's fine. And then she might tell you, oh, I've never been here first time. Great. You know, so you're doing something with her that she's done for the first time, even though you might have been there 100 times. Or maybe it's a restaurant that you um, picked out as well. I mean, that you've been to for the first time. So that's something you both done together. And believe me, if your relationship lasts, that's something that's going to be key in your relationship. Because I know when, for my wife and I, 27 years together, we always remember when we did this for the first time together. So, you know, it's really not hard. A lot of people want to paint this picture like relationships are hard, or not relationships, but that first initial meet is hard, but it's not. And you're putting the pressure on yourself, and you got to just get out of your own way. That's the way I look at it. You picked your outfit, right? That's the outfit you picked. The shirt you picked, the pants you picked, the restaurant you picked, the plant that you picked to give her, to say, here you go, you know, it's a pleasure, I'm glad we're on our first date kind of situation. And that's it. You know, don't sit there and do you like the flowers? Yes, I do, she says. And you say, really, do you like them? Do you really like them? You don't do that. That to me shows a lack of confidence. I think women pick up on lack of confidence more, or maybe not pick up on it more, but they're more concerned about it. They want to be with someone I would think that has confidence, unless of course, like I said, anyone that's out to use you, bully you, anything like that, they don't want a person with confidence. You know, and that's the good thing, because you weed out a lot of bad people, I think, when you come across with great confidence. You know, I picked this restaurant for this reason, I hope you like it. And that's it. You know, no questions about, do you like it? Really? Do you like it? Are you sure you really like this restaurant? And then guys start talking about where you guys were born, what schools you went to, and then you go back. I really hoped you liked this restaurant. No, you don't do that. And I know we're talking about romantic relationships, but you can use this for anything. Jobs, dealing with your bully, anything. Confidence is confidence. And when you show confidence, the bullies and the people that want to do you harm, in my opinion, just go away because they don't want to deal. Like I told you guys 100 times, right? A thief wants to go into a house and rob it. Simple and easy. You know, no one's home. They have no dog. I can go in, break in, get what I want, and leave, right? They don't want trouble, this, that, and the other thing. And the same thing with bullies, same thing with people who are trying to use you, and the same thing with almost any situation. You have confidence, people see that, people like it, people want to be with you. That's the advice I can leave you guys with. All right? So remember, confidence is calling, all right? You got to hit that accept button and talk to confidence instead of trying to not show confidence. I mean, I don't know. I don't do it. I have to admit. So it's hard for me to relate to that, you know. But just always confidence. Always you make a decision on something, no matter what it may be, you stick with that, and that's that. You know, maybe you might call mom or dad and say, Mom, Dad, ask them for some advice, or a good friend, or your big older brother, or your older sister, whatever it may be. But then once you got that and you make that decision, you don't second guess it. It's as simple as that. You don't second guess it. So that's going to do it for me on this episode of Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago. Live Feed is brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher, who reminds you to drive carefully, please. School is in session. All right. And if it's not in session, it will be. A message brought to you by TravelingTechTeacher.com. Also brought to you by TheBullyExposed.com, who reminds you to check out their YouTube channel at Nonfiction Filmmaker. Almost forgot. Check out their YouTube channel, Nonfiction Filmmaker. Smash that subscribe button. Smash the bell so you're notified when this show goes up on our channel, on our Instagram channel. So that's going to be it. Remember, anyone can wear the crown. Anyone can be a hero. Be kind to one another. And be kind to yourself. And have a great day. Bye.